Hello everybody and welcome back to Borderlands 3. My name is Mikey Dubs and today we are farming the Indo Tyrant on Eden 6 for the Unforgiven Jacob's pistol. We're on the lookout for that creamy, juicy 432% critical hit damage Unforgiven. Let's get this job done. Now the Unforgiven is a Jacob's pistol that has ridiculously high critical hit damage, but it can roll up to 432%. Why this is important is because you can use the Unforgiven with slow-moving projectiles. You swap to it, and then the projectile, regardless of what gun it was shot from, will get the critical hit damage from the Unforgiven. So we're here farming the Indo Tyrant here on Eden 6 to get that Unforgiven. So let's go ahead and save quit and begin the farm. Our weapon that we're going to be using to kill him is going to be the Skull Masher for now. It's just got some fadeaway active stuff. It's really easy to get the kill. I have a 380 something critical hit damage Unforgiven, decent, but if I really want to push, you know, the very tippity top of the damage numbers, I want that 432%. It's an item that every good flak needs because of how critical hit centric your build can be. So that Unforgiven becomes really, really important. And have the cartel event active is going to make it a little bit harder to farm, but what I might do is go ahead and disable that now. And we're going to keep on farming. Let's turn off the cartels event and then move on. So, this pistol, the Unforgiven, it can be used with stuff like the back burner. I'm thinking about maybe trying it out with the bird of prey. Anything that's got a slow moving projectile where I can just quickly swap to it and get a bunch of damage. Like the King's and Queen's Call. It can be used. I've actually like made my game glitch out because I was firing the King's Call. Boom, 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 boom. And as the projectiles were flying in the sky, swap to the Unforgiven, and then the bullets just come to do ridiculous things. So if you go to the Floodmore Basin and you go past the Indo Tyrant spawn and back in the corner where this fast travel station is, you can use a toboggan and just do 1 or 2 slides and you'll be right there where he spawns. 10% drop chance. He's got 3 drops in his pool. So here we are on the map, way back in this corner towards the Voracious Canopy, right outside the Voracious Canopy, and then the Indo Tyrant will spawn right around here. I do 1 slide, don't even need a car. Actually, could we go up and over here? Yeah, you can. That's nice. Ping him, enter fadeaway, and just tap the Skull Masher. Where you going, buddy? Oh, you drop a leggy for me? Yeah, he's got. It seems like he's almost always dropping a legendary. Gunnerang X. That's like my 3rd or 4th one, and I think it's only a 10% chance. So it's kind of crazy to get. But yeah, the trick Unforgiven, it's got 432% critical hit damage at max. That's what we're going for this video. That's the goal. And the real reason I'm doing this, and besides the fact that I really want a max crit damage Unforgiven, is because we've been farming Eridium the last several videos. We're at 3K right now. I could have kept farming Eridium, but I wanted to mix it up for you guys, do something a little bit different, and killing a giant dinosaur over and over again is pretty fun, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, how to get that reload off. The reload's kind of killing me a little bit. Any leggies over here? No. Okay, go next. So this farm is if you're looking for ways to one-shot bosses and you're like, man, how can I one-shot bosses? You could just do this, you know, fire a back burner with 3-shot fadeaway and then switch to your Unforgiven and boom, like all of a sudden you can do huge damage. So okay, we gotta get that reload off. Maybe hitting more crits is the way to not have to do it, but he's running pretty fast from us. No Unforgiven. Let's go next. Okay, so we got the farm set up. Now it's time for discussion. In our discussion today, I wanted to talk about a little bit of, there's a bit of a stir in the Borderlands community about a game called Borderlands Online and a YouTuber by the name of EpicNNG who is trying to gain access to an MMO that doesn't really want to be played. What it seems like, and I'll give you guys a quick breakdown of what's actually going on here, that there is a game, it's called Borderlands Online or Borderlands World or something along those lines, where you can play a Borderlands character, but it was being developed in China. and it was being developed by Gearbox China or 2K China or something like that. And the studio got shut down, and the project got shut down along with it. But it was like an unfinished project. As an unfinished project, I'm gonna have to maybe do another fadeaway cycle here. Oh my gosh. Keeping no Tyrant alive. He just one-shot that car. Oh my gosh, he's one large lad. Oh. Down goes Frazier. Reward me with an Unforgiven. So the game got shut down, and it seems as though it's at least partially unfinished. How unfinished is the question? Well, we don't really know, it seems like. Epic NNG has, you know, the big landmark milestones that they've made in making this game playable again is getting by the login screen, right? They've gotten by the login screen. They're not actually able to play the game. And it seems like they don't even know if there are servers online. And if I was a betting man, I would bet that the servers are not even close to like in a ready state for players. I don't think that there's even like online servers being hosted. What is he resisting exactly? Is that, looks like he's resisting corrosive? Direct. Looks like that's an Unforgiven right there. Clear him out. Okay. Activate fadeaway. Unforgiven. 340% critical hit damage. Okay, that's not going to be a very good roll. Let's go to the next. So, Epic is trying to get into this game. And he's not making a lot of progress. And the game seems to be in an unfinished state. And basically what it came down to is they had the code for the game. And they say things like, we've confirmed that we have the whole game here. That probably means that they have a whole bunch of the assets. Like they have a whole bunch of like the art, the guns, all that stuff, right? But they are missing. Should I just Bird of Prey this with Gamma Burst? Wait, that's why I'm not doing any damage. Get this out of here. Did I accidentally pick this up? Put back on my Revolter for this, for maximum DPS. Stop moving for the more extra gun damage, and then slide. I think I have that. Yeah, I do. That skill. Later, kid. Alright, what do we get? A Woad Blocker. Okay. You can go next. Woad Blocker is another one of the dedicated drops, so. But Epic Energy is basically he's asking for help because from what they're saying, it's that the game's code is so bugged that it's never going to be actually playable. Like they can't, even if they were to gain access to like the actual game beyond just the character login screen, beyond all that, it seems like you won't be able to run around, shoot guns and all that stuff because it's just so bugged. And they need help because they need help debugging this thing. The real question is it even possible? Like the question I'm having is, how unfinished is this game? How broken is this game? I get that we want to try to like revive it and all that jazz. But if the game never was like officially released, I could be under the wrong impression because I read a GameSpot article, and the actual Epic NNG video was Trick Unforgiven, 432% critical hit damage. Oh, there she be. Wow. Yes, to the bloodletting. Oh my gosh. Do you see me? We got it. 432%. That was very quick. Would you look at that? And it's got a nice scope on it. Now, we could probably run around and go one-shot stuff. The question is, what anointment would we want on this 432% Unforgiven? I don't know. But I want to go try it out on something with fadeaway. A slow-moving projectile and a back burner. Maybe like a Sandhawk. It's got a slow-moving projectile, but I think a back burner probably go pretty well. Let's go hit up Sanctuary and see if we can find something with a slow-moving projectile. Maybe even Queen's Call. Let's go to Sanctuary. Look, we got the weapon we came for. I want to go try out one-shotting a boss with it. Maybe be Grave Ward. Let's take a King's Call to Grave Ward with 3-shot fadeaway and Unforgiven swap and see if we can get a one-shot. What would he say? What do you say? Let's try it. So, take a King's Call. We don't need this Dastardly Unforgiven anymore. What we do want is this Trick Unforgiven at 432% critical hit damage. Use a King's Call, shoot it once, and then swap. Let's see how it goes. Okay, what we're gonna need for this is probably a single target build. So let's go ahead and set up a single pellet build, I should say. And how we do this is pretty simple. We're gonna go down the green tree, and usually I've been going self-repairing system, but a part of me wants to go, because it's a hunter skill, Furious Attack. Okay, next, we go for Eager to Impress, and 1 point Lick the Wounds, 3 points into Turn Tail and Run. We could probably put more points into Overclocked. But the health regen is probably nice too. All right, now gun damage and movement speed are increased, and their pet gains increased damage. Hidden Machine's really nice too. And then Rage and Recover for 1, Rage and Recover for 2, Capstone. Now, Blue Tree. Frenzy is really nice, and so is this entire tree for Gamma Burst. So let's do 3 in the middle, 1 on each side, 5 into Frenzy, and then stop. Now it's time for the orange tree, the creme de la creme of all trees. We take everything, especially Two Fang here. Capstone it. Now, I do like Ambush Predator for the increased critical hit damage. Just because everything else is maxed out except for our reload speed. We really need the extra reload speed. We could take 5 points here, but I'm going to take Ambush Predator for more damage when there's no enemies around. Maybe not the best skill in the world, but I like it personally. Now, let's go Fadeaway. Let's go 3-shot Fadeaway with Unblinking Eye and sure, why not Until You're Dead. And then we go for a Jabber Pet. So now we're going to try King's Call Unforgiven swap on Grave Ward to see if we can get the one-shot. Let's try this out. And if we have to, we can try other guns. The King's Call might not be the best option for this, but we can try it out. All right, let's do it.
Welcome back, little friend.
Okay, here we go. Everything is set up, I believe. Revolter, Hunter Seeker. Bounty Hunter's probably pretty good, but I kind of want to do a... Yes, let's do Bounty Hunter and see how we do. Ping it. And we go... 1, 2, swap. Hey, not bad. Okay, so we saw a big chunk of damage come out there. How about the Unforgiven just one shot? That's not so great. What if we did something like this? What if we did Gorillas in the Mist? And did I have Toboggan on there? Am I supposed to slide? Did I not slide? I think I'm supposed to slide. There we go. Got the slide off. Now we enter Fadeaway. And we go 1 shot, swap. Boom. Okay, that's 1 shot of 1, 2, swap. I think if we fired all 3 and swapped, maybe we get there for the 1 shot. And maybe if we had a Deadeye instead of a Bounty Hunter, although I'm not sure.
I missed you.
All right, let's fire all 3 bullets and then see how it goes. So we got our slide off. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, swap. Okay, about half health. It's not exactly a 1 shot. Let's slap on the Deadeye and see if that can give us a little bit more. So we go no more Bounty Hunter. Let's go Deadeye. Although I don't think it's going to be as much damage. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Not quite. Oh, I didn't have out the King's Call anyway. Still going for this one shot. We're practicing it. This is where it comes down to. Practice your one shots. Don't know if it's gonna work, but we can try. All right, fade away me. Stand still. Not so great. I feel like if we get it right, this could be pretty good. Let's try this. Activate action skill. Slide, slide. 1, 2, 3. Maybe not. What I might try now is we do Gorillas in the Mist, get a bunch of shots down, and then swap. So we see that huge chunk coming out. Let's try Unblinking Eye, Gorillas in the Mist, and then swap.
Mocking prey.
It's not bad. I really don't think it's bad, but we just gotta maybe slap on the Bounty Hunter instead. And maybe the Anointment as well needs to be changed. But let's go ahead and slap on the Bounty Hunter. I gotta think that Toboggan is still the best, but I don't know. Just tag them and then eventually swap. Boom. That's what I'm talking about right there. So what's really nice about the Unforgiven is towards the very tail end of fadeaway, what you can do is swap. Like when you're at that like 80 to 90% of Gorillas in the Mist, you swap, and all those bullets that are midair, all those ones that didn't, you swap right now, boom, they all become crits or better crits. Although we didn't get as much damage that time. We gotta get a little bit more consistent with it. Trying to make this work. I'm trying to make the Unforgiven more successful.
I missed you, little friend.
Up there. We got that eraser. Got that one shot. Because we're firing so many bullets, though, it feels like I would love to get a Bird of Prey. Oh, Hellshock with Ammo Burst active. Seems pretty good. It's fire, it's shock, and it can be radiation. Okay, so I don't know if I can really one shot.
Glad to have you back.
All right, let's take off Toboggan and put on Company Man. Here we go, and then swap. See if we get it there. Not quite. Is it worth pulling out the Unforgiven at all? Really want to get that big, gnarly one shot. I don't know if I can. And wait, and then do it. Oh, come on, get me there. There, we got you.
It's time to fight.
Okay. I think maybe if we had like a fadeaway active anoint on this bad boy, it could be better. I don't know. So far away though, maybe we could try to just try something here. Skull Masher, Toboggan, Revolter, and then while the Skull Masher is halfway through flight, we swap. Okay, swap to the Unforgiven. It's gonna be tough though.
Ready to pounce.
Let's get a roll going. It's already going. Oh, I'm just sliding completely down. It's a roll. Fire swap. Fire swap. The bullets are getting there right away, it seems. It's hard to swap to the Unforgiven with like a Jacob's weapon that fires so quickly. I think definitely with like a back burner or something, this could go pretty off. Maybe we go grab a back burner and come back.
Concealment.
Okay. Yeah, we're doing it as fast as we can. We're just not. There's really no reason to do it with these Jacob snipers. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves a back burner from Sanctuary. Hopefully we have one. And find a boss that we can maybe try to one-shot using the Unforgiven with that. Because when the back burner crits, it's got a slow-moving projectile, and then when it crits, it should be really, really powerful with that 432%, and we can make a crit with fadeaway. Right. Show me a back burner or something in here. Kick charger, back burner. Let's do this fire back burner and see how well it does. I have a little bit of Eridium. Maybe I do re-roll it. Just to say so, just a little bit. I know it's gonna be expensive. Okay, action skill and splash damage is actually not bad. It's just that I'm gonna be doing it all during my action skill. So let's go back to Eden 6. Floating Tomb, and see if we can get a better one-shot now that we have like a back burner. I mean, we can one-shot. It's just, it takes a lot of bullets. It's not really a one-shot. So let's talk deeps. No more Bounty Hunter. Deadeye, Toboggan. Back burner. Back burner. Where are you? And then Unforgiven right after. Let's go. And then we're gonna do 3-shot fadeaway. Okay, so 1, 2, pop. See what happens. Hey, that's pretty good. That's not bad. We could probably do a little bit better. If I want to fire all 3 bullets and see. It looks like we can't fire all 3 because of the magazine size. Yeah. You can only fire 2. Okay, oh, there we go. We land the crit. We actually hit the crit spot with the Unforgiven. We can get that beautiful one-shot with the Deadeye. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. How about some good loot from that? You should give me better loot for the one-shots. And actually, not a bad drop. Let's run that back. But here, this is how it's supposed to work. Okay. Back to our back burner. Fire where it's gonna be. Swap. Doesn't look like the shots registered that time. But I like the idea. I think that this could definitely have some juice to it if we do this right.
Welcome back, little friend.
Refill our ammo. Here we go. Oh, close. We're gonna get there. Yes, we do get there. Okay. Nice. What we could do is we could shoot, slide, shoot, and then switch to Unforgiven to get 2 amp shots off. That could be good. As well as we could also have an amp shield. I mean, the Revolter is nice, definitely. But how about, I'm not sure if you can get a Revolter with amp. Imagine Revolter with amp would go crazy. What we're gonna do is this. We're gonna go down here. We're gonna shoot, slide, shoot, swap. Not quite there as far as damage. Okay. Go back. Go back to the drawing board. Now, the question is the Deadeye the best for this? I gotta assume the Deadeye is the best for this. Okay. 1, 2, swap. Come on, get me there. Boom, got him. Nice. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we can one-shot this lad doing it this way. I wonder if we take that final shot, will the crits be ruined and will we get that splash damage? I doubt it. Okay. Beautiful. So let's do one more. Let's try to get the consistency of the one shot down. But also maybe like Agonizer 9000 could be a fun place to go for this because that's where the backburner spawns. I'm looking for ways to get more damage out of pretty much all my builds, so. There. Look at that.
I like your enthusiasm.
Beautiful. The one-shots are so back. You slow-moving projectiles with the Unforgiven, and then you can get a ton of critical hit damage. We could go to somewhere like Agonizer 9000 Dukes, like kind of the same thing. But hey, this is how it's supposed to work.
I missed you, little friend.
Let's go. Okay, action skill. Oh, I accidentally hit the platform. Looks like I hit the platform with my shot. That's why I didn't get the big damage out of it. I wonder if I can do it with just one shot instead of shooting two.
Ready for a fight? Ready to...
I seriously doubt it, but maybe. So I didn't get credit for the initial hit, but the side hits did. So if I aim a little bit lower, I think a little bit lower, then I get the one shot. Let's do it. Let's try again. Okay, aim a little bit lower this time. Didn't get credit for the initial shot. Once again, just a little bit sad. But maybe the second shot is needed because it looks like the first shot is hitting, but it's not. I'm not getting. It's like it's not immediately impacting. I'm not sure. Like it's definitely hitting that yellow circle, but it's not doing damage. And that time it did damage, so he should be dead. Yep, there we go. That's a pretty nice combo if you can pull that off. That's imperfect parts and everything too. I wonder if I had fadeaway active on my pistol, if that would do something. VIP recharger is kind of interesting. Okay, how much time do we have left in this video? We're looking at, we're like at 28 minutes. Okay, cool. Okay, so we can go try to farm Agonizer 9000 using the same thing, or we might just go back to Eridium farming, so that way we can, you know, get some Eridium to re-roll my birds of prey and things like that. 1, 2, let's see. Not quite there. I think I aimed a little bit high. Yeah, let's try again.
See you.
Slide. 1. I'm out of blammo, and I shot a little bit short. I mean, some of it hit, but let's go ahead and reset. Fill up our blammo. So we go to Agonizer 9000 for more one-shot practice, or go farm Eridium. I mean, the Eridium is definitely the smarter move. Okay. There. This time I jumped. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, hit a little bit lower when you jump. Aim for the bottom half of that. Maybe that's a little bit better. Maybe it only takes one shot if I do it that way. Come on down. The price is right. And that Eridium. All right, we'll do one more. One more clean one shot. I'm hoping to get it with just one bullet by doing the slide, then the jump, aim a little bit lower, being the initial hit with the Unforgiven in my hand.
Welcome back, little friend.
Slide, jump, aim a little bit lower, swap. There's a two-fang proc. Okay, maybe a lot of it is two-fang procs. That's a good hit right there. Not a lot of damage because there was no slide. I need to amp it. So it looks like two-fang is actually a pretty big part of this. I wonder if the Infernal Wish would out DPS the Revolter. Let's slap on an Infernal Wish and see if it out damages the Revolter. Doubt it. Let's try it. Slide, jump 1, jump 2, hit Unforgiven. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. That seems really good. Let's try that with just one shot instead of shooting 2 and see if we can get there. What's that bad boy? Cauterizing White Elephant. Long musket. Okay. Let's go for an actual one shot with the back burner. See if we can get it with the Infernal Wish. Because the Infernal Wish is shooting a second shot every time, and maybe I can get a two-fang. Okay, let's do it. Jump, shoot, swap. No damage that time. Actually 0. So like it seems like sometimes it does absolutely 0. Very interesting.
Let's hunt.
Get the amp. Your action skill. Slide in. Jump. Swap. We get there? Doesn't look like it. We aimed a little bit low. If I aim a little bit higher, maybe. I want to get it. I really want to get the one shot. Instead of shooting 2, I want to shoot 1. And what's our class mod right now? Deadeye? Okay. I think it should have the juice. Slide, jump, shoot. Aimed a little bit higher this time. Yes, come on. No, not quite. We're close. Come on now. Let's get it.
Ready for a fight?
Jump. That's 3 shots right there. That was 3 shots. And we didn't quite get there. What if I did this? Shoot. Bop. It's pretty good. So if it looks like we might need to, but I got 3 orbs that time. I thought really that would have been it. Okay, let's try again. Slide, jump shoot again. Oh, I didn't have the Unforgiven out, but that should be it. Yeah, 2 shots is all it takes. Falling in love with me. Possibilities. Grave Ward is on his knees. All right. So we got the Unforgiven. We have the opportunity to go for one shots like this in those kinds of situations. What is that bad boy? Double penetrating echo and an AWOL recharger. Okay, so let's head back to the Voracious Canopy for a little bit of Eridium farming, and that'll be it for this video. So we're gonna just chill out, gather some Eridium, and yeah, so very, very happy to get that Unforgiven. 432% critical hit damage is not a small amount. by any means, and then we could use it to get some really nice one-shots on Grave Warden and other bosses later on in the future as well, I'm sure. Now, let's set up our... I got 2 bounty hunters? What's with these 2 bounty hunters? Let's drop that one. Okay, so class mod I don't think matters. Let's just do a red fang. And the shield matters. The grenade is good. Toboggan we can swap out later on, and then we need this creech. Let's go. Slide, slide, slide on all the way down. Okay. We're about there to our Eridium spot. Alright. Now, Creech. And it's the Deathless, Crowstone Deathless, Revolter. Everything is good. Everything's up and running. Now we just need to put on a rack attack. That is it. Let's do it. Okay, so we got the gun we wanted to. Now back to our discussion with the Borderlands Online. Even if Epic Energy were to get the entire game up and running, like, would anyone even, like, would we play it? I mean, it doesn't, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like it's that solid of a product. But I think it is cool that Epic is trying to, you know, revive an old Borderlands game. I just don't know whether or not, if it's a community call to action, is it actually going to happen? No? Is it actually going to work out? And if the game is as buggy and unfinished as it seems, well then, if it's an MMO, it's not really going to be a very good experience. Because those games require the developers to keep them up and running, like the servers up and running. And that's my biggest fear right now, is that there's no servers. And they've admitted that they don't know how the servers are going to work, and it's an MMO. Everything is online. But it sounds like the servers are no longer running. And I believe that game companies can disable servers whenever they want. As of right now, I believe there was some legislation in the EU courts that was supposed to shut that down, but I'm not sure if it ever really went through. And it had to do with The Crew. So basically, there was an old game called The Crew, or it's not that old, but it's a racing game, and The Crew 2 came out, and The Crew 1, eventually, there wasn't enough players, it wasn't enough money to offset the cost of maintaining the servers, so they stopped the game, and then all the players were upset, and that prompted legislation. I don't know if the legislation went through, but I believe they can just shut off the servers anytime they want. It's like it's a digital game. Unlike main series Borderlands games that are offline and online, a completely online game can go away at any moment. So I actually don't think, despite, you know, the claims that Epic Energy and things have made, which they have, quote, the full game, right? I really don't think there's going to be any way for them to play that full game unless they are given specific access from the developers themselves. And even then, I don't know if the developers have access to it themselves either, especially if it's a big buggy mess. Realistically, you would need the original developers of the game who have the know-how to go in there and fix it. Maybe over time they would fix it, but I just don't know if anyone's going to have the drive or the motivation to spend all that time fixing a game that won't really be that good. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comment section about the Borderlands Online. Like, is it something that you know, when Epic Energy makes a call to action, right? He made a call to action. Community, we need your help. Is that resonating with you? Are you someone who's going to think about maybe hoping, or do you just not? Is it not really your thing? For me, I can say that's not really my thing. Don't necessarily care that much. And it's just like when I went to go watch the Epic and NG video, I got to like maybe like 35, 40 seconds or so. And it was all about, it was like a little bit of like a life story, right? He was given a little bit like a life story. And I was like, okay, like, I don't know what this is all about, but I'm gonna go watch sports or something like that. Like, there was nothing for me in that video, especially because I'm not the biggest, I'm not that interested in Borderlands Online. But maybe if there's a big enough community, if the game gets up and running, there's a big enough community, then I mean, I would definitely try it out. I personally don't think it's even if it does get up and running, I just don't think it's gonna be very popular. Like a less than stellar Borderlands experience, like there's already so many competing games, not just in the looter shooter genre, but in the Borderlands title itself. Is it really worth it? To me, I'm more of a main series Andy. Although I do like the Borderlands 2 Roguelands mod. So like I like modding. That always comes secondary to me to the vanilla experience for sure. Okay. Smack some rocks, baby. Smack some rocks. Like if I really wanted to mod, I would make the Eridium cost 50. Or make the Eridium cost 0 instead of 250, so I have to keep farming up Eridium every time I wanna get decent anointments. But then again, I could just keep farming for the drop, but that takes forever too. So it's a catch-22 if you know what comes true. It's just let the rhymes come flying through. Okay, so we are Eridium chasing. We are 41 minutes in. Looking good. Feeling good. Feeling fresh. Never best. Make sure you have the jabber pad on for the extra movement speed here. Bloop.
It seems unbreakable. I can shatter
The feeling that I got from watching a bit of the Epic NG video was like it felt like
just to close your eyes.
you definitely did feel the desperation, not like desperation in a bad way, like oh someone's really desperate and they're acting wacky. It's more like Epic NG had this plan, had this goal, and then it never he can't fulfill it, and he's done. And like all this, to me, it kind of seems like he's more closing the chapter on the Borderlands Online game more than he is opening it. So it kind of felt awkward, like he's asking people
Welcome back, little friend.
to do the work, hoping that someone besides him will do it. And I really just,
Overwhelm them.
for me, when it comes to the Borderlands series, there's so much like stuff that people will do. I just don't know if anyone would do that. To me, it feels as though the Borderlands Online chapter, is more over than it is anything else, which is something that we've dealt with before. Like the Roguelands mod, despite how great it was, the SDK got updated and Roguelands didn't, and now it's gone. Like we can't play it anymore. Like that's what happens with mods, and that's what happens with games too. A lot of the time, is just they're there one day, then they're gone the next. Is something you got to deal with. It's the nature of fan-made mods. So hats off to Epic and everyone else that wants to get that game up and running and is trying to. And maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe we'll get help. But to me, it feels like the call to action video combined with like the hey guys, make sure like this next video I'm putting out is like so important. Everyone has to go check it out, just to tell us like, yep, I've hit a roadblock. Please help me. It's just me personally, I'm not going to be delving into the files. Not that I could help out that much, anyways. Okay, we're to 5,000 Eridium, which is good, very good. It took us what 2 videos to farm 7,500 Eridium. On Moe's while doing the slaughter shaft. Again, we were farming Vault Card XP there too.
Ready to go?
But you can get it so much faster here. Drop down.
I can shatter that crystal.
Shatter space rocks, baby. Borderlands 3 endgame. Beautiful.
A formidable obstacle.
Drop another rack attack. Go. Drop another rack attack. Another run in the books. Beautiful. Loving that. We're getting a ton of Eridium. Hopefully we can get some decent rolls on our sniper rifles and things like that. Because right now things are not. Our bird of praise are a little bit lackluster. And especially our unseen threat as well. It's, I think, currently on our Moes because we were re-rolling it over there. But this bird of prey is great. It's this one right here with elemental crits that needs to be re-rolled to maybe get fadeaway active damage on it. So, fadeaway active, rack attack, critical hit. I like all that stuff. Big fan of all those different rolls. I didn't want weapon, or I don't really want action skill active weapon damage. I'd rather get gamma burst radiation because realistically, if you have action skill active weapon damage 100%, and in what situation is that better than any of the Beastmaster anoints, right? So the radiation one gives you 115% radiation, which is better than 100% weapon damage by far on Jacob's snipers. And on most builds for Flak, because he desperately needs that elemental damage. If you're rocking fadeaway, then the fadeaway active 150 is better. And if you're rocking rack attack, then your action skill is not going to be a quote-unquote active for very long. It's going to be over. So, like, I did get that roll on my bird of prey, but I think I re-rolled it just because, well, I just don't think it's that good.
Come, friend, to me.
I did get next 2 mags as well, but I wanted something that's useful both inside of my first fadeaway and out. Like, and also gamma burst. It's if I wanted to run gamma burst with it, which has been my traditional sniper setup, gamma burst red fang. Then getting anything that's on like action skill end is not that useful. Okay. What are we at? We're at almost 6K. Good. Making our way downtown. We might start next episode by re-rolling a bird of prey or unseen threat first. We really want to get that weapon up and running so we can go test it out and see if we like it better than our other snipers. There's one more sniper I really want to try out called the Ionic Disruptor. It drops from Hemovorus. So we're gonna have to go back to Hemovorus, and what we can do is we can use that as an opportunity to also farm the company man. We can do some company man farming as well as Ionic Disruptor because it's a Hemovorus fight. So I'm sure I've looked past some really good Ionic Disruptors in the past from when I was farming company mans previously, and I wasn't really looking out for Ionic Disruptors, so that's my bad, obviously. Okay, but that is the plan, and then from there it's going to be focusing on I'm getting pretty close to wanting to roll a new character now. Zane or Flak, or Zane or Mara, I'm not sure. I kind of like the idea of playing Zane, but to me, I worry that he's going to be a lot like Flak. While at the same time, Zane seems to be like, you know, the strongest. I kind of want to play Amara for like the melee synergies. I love when all 5 rocks are visible like that. It's so nice. I also kind of want to play Amara for like the melee stuff. Although Flak is definitely like a melee style character, right? Flak and Amara, they're like your fish slap real specialists. Seems to me, because like Rack Stab is a melee build, and Amara is like melee builded out of her gourd. So 1, 2, all 4 rocks up here are visible. Beautiful. All 5 rocks down below? No, only 2. Okay, I was just gonna say that's a first. 1, 2, 3. Where is it? 4 and 5. Beautiful. Let's keep it moving. We want to get to as much Eridium as we can. Hopefully, when we re-roll this time, it won't all go away without getting the... Well, I mean, when we want a very specific anointment, it can be tough. You could sit there re-rolling all day. As long, you just got to make sure that you don't have the Bloody Harvest DLC active, because then you're going to start getting a bunch of terror anointments in that pool as well, which can make it take even longer. But once you get that right anointment, ooh, it feels so good. Okay. Oh, all 5 rocks, beautiful. Speed run it. When we're up to that 7K mark, beautiful. Okay, well, what I might do is get to 10K or the hour-long video, whichever comes first. 10K seems like a decent amount. I kind of want to do like a road to 100,000 Eridium, or like a road to 1,000,000 Eridium, or something like that, and I can just like work on commentary skills. Because commentating and finding interesting discussion topics is hard. It's way harder than clearing the game is talking while clearing the game. It's why you just don't see a lot of people like doing it. Not to mention it's like not as intriguing as like just watching like a straight up build video or like a 10-minute supercut of someone's full day playing, right? This is more of a tried and true let's play where I'm not skipping steps. This is what a lot of people will be doing when they're playing Borderlands, and having someone to do that alongside, someone who's showing you that you can go and do all this stuff while still having fun and still having a great time, getting guns, testing them out, having fun with them. And even if it's farming Eridium, it's like, just talk to the lads while farming Eridium. I like it. Is it as fun as sniping heads? No. If I want to snipe heads with more weapons, more fun weapons, I have to do it this way. So here we are. Okay, keep it moving. I wonder, I've heard that the Guardian Angel also gives you more Eridium when you use it, but I don't think I have a Guardian Angel with URAD. I need to get a bunch of Guardian Angels with a whole bunch of different anointments. Like URAD is one that's huge. Something for Iron Auto Bear, like when you're inside Daka Bear and you can rock the Guardian Angel. Probably, I would say railgun damage for that build. What just happened? Go. Well, looks like you get a little bit of a lunge. Standing back a little bit seems to be a little bit more consistent. One. And back a little bit. Stand back a little bit. Yeah, there's more room for error. Yep. Yes. Okay, now we just learned how to speed up our farm a little bit. I like that feeling. You stand back a little bit. You don't even need to see the melee button, but if you know where the rock is, you stand back, the lunge will kind of track to it just a tiny bit. Or yeah, that's nice. Come on, the game, load in. Super cool. Okay, and we're also happy that the Indo Tyrant dropped us a really nice Unforgiven very quickly. So we came, we saw, we conquered with that. Like we thought maybe we'd be farming that enemy the whole time. Only a 10% drop chance. Looking for really good parts, but I mean we got the parts we wanted. So we came, we saw, we conquered. Yeah, oh, if you're standing too far back, it looks like you don't get it at all. Collect, collect, collect. Go next. Beautiful. Every class can use it or weapon. You don't need to be a gunner to get good with an assault rifle. Yeah, actually that's a great discussion topic too.
Come, friend, to me.
Where I hope in Borderlands 4 we see a little bit of a return to weapon specialties, where different classes are good with different weapons. I get that that really makes certain people only use certain guns, and they want people to experience every gun with every Vault Hunter. You still can. It's just nice to have certain classes be good at certain gun types. That gives me a real reason to re-roll, because right now I'm finding a hard reason besides content to roll a new character. Why would I do that but if it was Borderlands 2, well, I need to roll my accents so that I can really make use of the peak opener. Something like that, Like someone who really takes it to the next level. Someone who takes those guns to the next level differently than other characters via weapon specialties. Maya has SMGs with a class mod. Zero has pistols, snipers. Salvador has pistols and pistols and grenades. Axton has assault rifles and grenades. Gage doesn't have any, I don't believe, but yeah, doesn't have any weapon, but she does have shock specialty. And then Krieg has assault rifles. So like everybody has like different little things. Just cool. And Krieg also can't forget about shotguns on Krieg too. And Axton has launchers, like they have specific weapon categories that they have innate damage boosts for, which is something that's really cool. I don't think we'll see it again because they are going for more of a, you can build your one character however you want. You could do any play style with your one character. Which does leave behind, you know, some really cool mechanics. Back up a little bit and then do it. Back up a little bit. There we go. Smash the rocks. Okay. Where are you at? Right here? In Borderlands 3, you don't have a single character that specializes with a type of weapon. Be it snipers, assault rifles, right? Despite Flak being the sniper class, Zane actually probably does a better job of being a sniper than him because Flak doesn't have anything in his skills that make him do more damage with snipers. He's got two Fang. That's just for single projectile weapons, not necessarily snipers. Catch my drift. But it's a stylistic choice. If you guys are still here, let me know what you think. Do you like it better when classes have weapon specializations, or do you like it better when they don't? I could see arguments for both. Definitely. Where are they at? Where's this last rock at? Did I already smash it? No way. I feel it. It's right here. Go. All right, we're getting close to that 10,000 mark. And we're getting close to the 1 hour mark. Thank you guys for sticking with this one for sure. I mean, we got the drop right away. We practiced our one shots, and now we're here. Like this is what we do. If we finish our activity early, then we get to you know, fill out our Eridium reserves. We can get to go test out our builds, like all that stuff. We like to come in with a goal. No, come in with a goal, finish that goal, and then I don't think going after like another goal right away is, besides, you know, Eridium farming or something like that, can be challenging. Like I like to have a little bit of time in between my videos to think about what I really want to go after. Like sometimes I start the next video right away, and sometimes I go a while before starting the next video, just so I can get a good feel for what I want to go after. And sometimes it takes a bit of thinking because, well, we're in the end game and we have so much gear, but it's like, what do we want to do? Do we want to try to, not quite at the point of going after class mods, right? Because class mod farming is like ridiculous. Now, like for instance, I've got a bounty hunter with really good rolls, like weapon damage, pistol damage, weapon handling, but it could definitely get better, right? My Deadeye could definitely get better. We could get +5 and 2 Fang with weapon damage, weapon critical damage, and weapon Jacob's critical damage. My Peregrine doesn't even have melee damage or corrosive damage or anything on it. My Peregrine isn't that insane. Red Fang has really nice weapon crit and weapon damage on it, but it could go one more roll harder. You know, like everything could get better, but class mod farming is, the RNG is tough. But maybe I will, you know. Okay, we hit our 1 hour mark, but I wanted to get to 10,000 Eridium before we ended the video, so we're probably gonna have to do 1 or 2 more runs. We'll see. Okay, 1 more run, it looks like. Ooh, okay, here we go. Last run of the day, and then that's gonna be this is gonna be my last recording of this recording session. So next time you see me, I'll be wearing a different, different shirt. I have on a Rorschach stain shirt underneath this coat, but it started off really cold today, and then it's gotten warmer. So, it is May. It'll be June when it's the very end of May. It'll be June when this video comes out. It's supposed to be super warm, but still, here in central New York, it can be very, very cold. Cold for most of the year. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Action skill. 4. Exactly 10,000. 5. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. Subscribe to see more videos like this one. In the next video, I think what we're going to be doing is trying to throw some anointments on some gear and then go test out. I would like to do some more. I would like to farm for an Ionic Disruptor. I want to farm for more Bird of Preys to get some of those. But more sniper action. We really want to get that sniper build up and running, as well as maybe even farming for a better toboggan. Right now, my toboggan is okay. It's got radiation damage, which is really nice for the radiation anoint. The health regen's also quite nice, and the movement speed's quite nice, but we could probably get more damage on it. We have a lot of little stuff to go for. I can get a lot better. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.